Good morning, everyone. So for today's lesson, we're going to discuss the lesson 5, which is the type of major account. So before we proceed to proper discussion, let me tell you the objective of this lesson. At the end of the lesson, you are to first discuss the 5 major accounts. Second, cite example of each type of accounts. And last, we have prepare a chart of accounts. So by the way, I am Miles Martin Salva and I will be your teacher in PAP M1. So let's proceed. The types of major account, which is the assets, liability, owner's equity, income, and expenses. So when we say assets, these are the resources owned and controlled by the firm. Okay? Ito yung mga resources na pagmamay-ari ng isang kumpanya or ng isang negosyo na kung saan sila yung nakakakontrol sa kanila, and these resources will help them to be successful. So when we say naman liabilities, these are obligations of the firm arising from past events which are to be settled in the future. For short, it is the mga utang ng isang negosyo or ng isang business. Okay? So ito yung mga dapat na bayaran in the future. When we say naman equity and owner's equity are also known as capital, these are the owner's claims in the business. It is the residual interest in the assets of the enterprise after deducting all its liabilities. So ito yung mga um, cash or assets ng buong negosyo or ng buong company na kung saan it claimed by the owner. Okay, so once na dineduct natin lahat ng liabilities sa assets natin, it will be the owner's equity or the owner's capital. So next naman na major account, we have the income. So when we say income, it is the increase in economic benefits during the accounting period in the form of inflow of cash or other assets or decrease of liability that result in increase in equity. So lagi pong tatandaan na when we say income, there is an inflow of cash or inflow of money sa negosyo or sa isang company. Okay? So ito yung dumadagdag yung economic benefits ng isang business. So income includes revenue and gains. Okay? So pag dito sa accounting, they usually use the word revenue. So wag po kayong malito when you say revenue, these are the income of the business or the company. Okay? Let's proceed naman sa expenses. So ang expenses is the kabaliktaran ng income. So it is the decreases in economic benefits during the accounting period in the form of outflow of assets or incidences of liabilities that result in decrease in equity. So when we say sa income baga, it is the inflow of money, while sa expenses naman, it is the outflow of assets in the company. Okay? So dito, ang bumababa yung economic benefits ng isang business or ng isang company. So, dumidecrease yung equity. Kaya sinabi siya na expenses. Okay? So, that are the 5 major accounts in accounting. So, let's proceed more sa what is assets. Okay? Para mas lalo nyo maintindihan kung ano ba talaga ang asset sa isang company. So there are 2 types of assets, which is the current assets and the non-current assets. So let's proceed first sa current assets. So when we say current assets, these are assets can be realized. Okay? When we say realized, it can be collected, sold, used up. Okay? So 1 year after year and date. So it's good for only 1 year. So yung assets na to or the current assets can only be used for only 1 year. So ang example nito is that the cash, the accounts receivable, the merchandise inventory, and the prepaid expense, and etc. When we say non-current assets naman, are the assets that can be realized I mean, cannot be realized, okay? So, ibig sabihin, it cannot be collected, it cannot be sold, or it cannot be used up for 1 year after year and date. So, the example nito is the property, plant equipment. When we say property, plant equipment, we have the equipment, the furniture, the building, the land, and etc. So, another example of non-current assets are the long-term investment. Okay, so dito sa sa assets also, it can be categorized into two, which is the tangible assets and the intangible assets. So from the word intangible, these are the physical assets such as cash, supplies, furniture, and picture. Ibig sabihin, nakikita mo siya, nahahawakan mo siya, nafe-feel mo siya, you can trace it, and etc. So that is assets. So example ng assets na meron tayo is the cash. So as you can see the cash, you can touch it. There's a texture, we can smell it. Okay, kaya nasabing tangible asset siya. So when we say naman intangible assets, these are non-physical assets. Ibig sabihin, wala po siyang physical or hindi po siya nakikita mismo. Pero it is an asset for the business or for the company. So example nito is the patents and the trademarks. So when we say trademarks, ito po yung mga logo, ito yung mga codes ng mga businesses, okay? The sayings, the jingle, and etc. Yung patents naman is ito yung once you patent your own product, ikaw yung nakapag-develop or naka-invent ng isang produkto or serbisyo, you need to patent it para walang makagaya na ibang tao. Okay, so that's what you call intangible asset because there's no physical, okay? You cannot touch it, you cannot smell it, but it's an asset for us, okay? So that is the two kinds of assets, which is the current assets and non-current assets, and also the tangible assets and intangible assets. So to be explained more, let's proceed from let's go to current assets. So, di ba sabi natin there are a lot of current assets in the company. So, first is the cash, okay? Cash is money on hand, okay? Or in bank or other items considered as a medium of exchange is in business transaction. So when we say cash, ito po yung the most liquid assets in the company. Okay? So ito yung madaling, if we need to pay a liability, all we need is cash. We need money on hand or in banks. Okay? So kaya nasabi siya na current assets siya. Okay? So it can be considered as a medium of exchange in business transaction. When we say medium of exchange, we can exchange the cash that we have into service or other product from other entity. Okay. Next, we have accounts receivable. So when we say accounts receivable, these are the amounts due from customer arising from credit sales or credit service. So ito naman, ang ibig sabihin nito, ito yung mga makukuha nating pera from the customer. Okay, we already done the service or we already give the product, but then hindi pa natin nare-receive or hindi pa nila nababayaran yung pera, but still we can receive a money from them. Okay, kaya na tinawag na account receivable. Okay, we can receive in the near future a money from the customer or from the client that we have. Okay, next is notes receivable. So itong notes receivable is almost similar to accounts receivable, pero pagkakaiba niya are these are amounts due from clients supported by promissory note. Okay, ang pagkakaiba nito sa accounts receivable is that yung mga clients or the customers make a promissory note from the company about sa babayaran nila. Okay? Ito, yung cost or the business or the company is already perform the service or already give the product, but still yung client hindi pa nagbabayad. So para hindi para safe ang company na babayaran talaga ni client, ang ginawa ni company is gumawa na lang ng promissory note from the client. Okay, gumawa si client or si customer ng promissory note, or parang for example, me, Matthew Salva, is will do the best to pay 300,000 to this company because because they give a service from me. Parang ganon, okay? They write promissory note from that business. So that is note receivable. They can receive a money from the customer by doing or performing a promissory note. So next we have the inventory. So inventories are asset held for resale. So ito yung mga mga sobra na gamit or raw materials from the company. Okay? Ito yung mga pwede pa nating magamit from the company, kaya nasabi din siyang current assets. Next, we have the supplies. So when we say supplies, these are items purchased by an enterprise which are unused as a reporting date. So as you can see, lahat ng supplies can be a current asset. It can be considered as current assets. Why? Because this supply will not last long for a year. Okay, maaaring some of the supplies can be only used for 1 year. Then, kaya tinawag siyang current asset. So, these supplies is the purchase of the business for other entity, and they need it to use to make a product or to perform a service. Okay, so that is supplies. Next, we have the prepaid expense. So ano naman itong prepaid expense? When we say prepaid expense, are the expenses paid in advance. Okay? Sinabi, nakasama po siya sa current assets natin. So they are assets at the time of payment and become expenses through passage of time. Bakit nasabing current assets siya? Because the business is already paid for advance sa kanilang kukunin na product or service. Okay? They already paid the product or the service kahit hindi pa nila nakukuha yung gusto nilang kunin sa ibang entity. Okay? Pero it will be automatically become an expense once na nakuha na nila yung materials, the supplies, or the product na bili nila sa ibang entity. Okay? Next naman, we have the accrued income. So when we say accrued income, this is the revenue earned but not yet collected. Okay? Ano naman itong accrued income? So ito yung mga revenue, or ito yung nakuha nating income for a day but hindi pa nating nakukuha, or maybe for some reasons maaring wala yung client, wala yung customer, kaya hindi pa natin nakukuha, or maybe we are so busy kaya hindi natin na-collect yung revenue, yung earn. But still, it's an asset for us because may papasok na pera sa kumpanya. So we call it as a accrued income. The revenue earned but not yet collected. Okay? Next, we have the short-term investment. So these are the investments made by the company that are intended to be sold immediately. So tinawag siya ang current assets because ito yung mga investment ng isang company that can be sold easily and immediately. Once na kailangan nila ng pera or they need cash on hand, madali nilang mapapabili yung short-term investment. It can be turned easily into cash. Kaya na tinawag na current assets siya. So let's proceed to non-current assets. So we have property, plant, equipment. So if there's a transaction, make sure na bubuuin mo siyang isulat, which is the property, plant, equipment. Okay? So ito, nasa non-current asset siya because they are long-lived assets. Okay? Pangmatagalan. It can be used into 1 year and more than. Okay? The property that we have can long live up to 10 years. The plant or the land that we buy can long last up to more than a year. Okay? So, yung mga equipment natin, yung malalaking equipment natin, the machine, hindi siya madaling masira and can be used up to how many years. Okay? So, ito yung mga assets that have been acquired for use in operation. So, ito yung mga ginagamit natin usually sa operation. Okay? Next, we have the long-term investment. So, as you can see doon sa current assets is yung short-term investment because it can be easily turned into money once na needed natin. Pero yung long-term investments can be considered as non-current assets because these are investments made by the company for long-term purposes. Okay, we cannot easily turn it into cash or into money because it's for long-term investment. Okay, so next we have the intangible assets. So the intangible assets can be considered as a non-current assets because without a physical substance, they can the example of this is the franchise or a copyright. So these are assets that don't have physical substance. Okay, example nito is the franchise or the copyright. Okay, so yung tulad ng sinabi ko lang kanina doon sa intangible assets. So now let's proceed sa liabilities. So liabilities are the debts of an obligation of the company to another entity. In short, ito po yung mga dapat na bayaran na utang ng isang business or ng isang company. So yung liability is also divided into two, which is the current liabilities and non-current liabilities. Okay, my mistake, it's non-current liabilities. So let's proceed first sa current liabilities. When we say current liabilities that fall due, paid, recognized as revenue within 1 year after year end date. So an example nito, we have the accounts payable, we have the utilities payable, and unearned income. Okay, ito yung mga nabayaran na utang. Kaya nasabi siyang current liability. So dapat siyang bayaran like for 1 year after year end date. Okay? So, dapat siyang bayaran after a year or before matapos yung year end date. Ito yung mga liabilities na dapat bayaran natin. Okay? So, when we say non-current liabilities demand, these are obligations do not fall due. When we say do not fall due, do not pay, do not recognize as revenue within 1 year after year end date. So, example nito is the notes payable. We have the loans payable and the mortgage payable. So, to understand more, let's proceed sa current liabilities. So, when we say current liabilities, we have a lot of kind of current liabilities. Let's proceed first sa current accounts payable. So, accounts payable are amount due or payable to suppliers for goods purchased on account or for service received on account. Okay, so let me tell to you what is on account or service on account. So when we say, when you heard or when you read on account, ibig sabihin po, hindi pa to nababayaran. Okay? For example, the company purchased on account a goods to be collected, for the business, parang ganon. Okay, so ibig sabihin nag-purchase si business na hindi pa nababayaran, kaya na-consider siyang liabilities or accounts payable. Okay, so For example, ito, uh, we received the service or the product from other entity but still hindi pa natin nababayaran. Okay? So that's what you call accounts payable. Notes naman, next naman is the notes payable. These are amounts due to third party supported by promissory notes. Okay, so almost the same with the accounts payable. The other entities already give to us the product that we need or the service that we need, but still hindi pa tayo bumabayad. Kaya pero ang pagkakaiba nito is gumawa tayo ng promissory note from the entity na nagpa-promise na that we will pay the debts that we have from them. Okay? Next naman is the accrued expenses. So ito yung accrued expenses naman are the expenses that are incurred but not yet paid. Okay? So ibig sabihin nito, our example nito, we have the salaries payable or the taxes payable. So ito is we already ay the expenses are already incurred. Nangyari na, nagawa na, nandiyan na, but still hindi pa natin nababayaran. Okay, for example, yung salaries payable. The employees already perform their tasks, they already do the work, but still hindi pa natin nababayaran or hindi pa natin ibibigay sa kanila yung salary nila. Kaya tinawag na accrued expenses siya. Next, we have the unearned income. So, unearned income naman is a cash collected in advance. Okay? Unearned income is a cash collected in advance. The liability is the service to be performed or goods to be delivered in the future. Okay? So, dito, nakuha na natin yung pera from other entity, from other business, or from other customer, but still, hindi pa natin na-perform yung service na dapat i-perform then the goods na i-deliver nila. Okay? So yung dapat na ibibigay natin dito is the goods and the service that they want. We already collected the money advance but still hindi pa natin siya na ibibigay. So that is current liabilities. So let's proceed to non-current liabilities. We have two, which is the loans payable. Ito yung mga loan natin from banks na dapat bayaran and the mortgage payable. Okay? So that is the two non-current liabilities. So let's proceed sa owner's equity. When we say owner's equity, it is the residual interest of the owner from the business. It can be derived by deducting liabilities from assets. Okay? So anong ibig sabihin nito? So ito po yung mga pera ng isang company or ng isang owner from the business, and to get the owner's equity, all we need is to deduct the liabilities from the assets. Then it will be the owner's total of the owner's equity. For example, yung assets natin, we have 1 million, then we have liabilities or dapat bayaran na worth 300,000, then pag minus natin yung 300,000 kay 1 million, we have 700,000. So ang anong total ng owner's equity natin, no, owner's capital is 700,000. So we have different types of owner's equity. We have capital. So yung capital daw po is the value of cash or other asset invested in the business by the owner of the business. Okay, tandaan po ito. Yan. Ito po yung ibinigay ni owner sa business para makapagtakbo ang isang negosyo. Okay? Cash po cash. Okay? The cash or other assets can be invested in the business by the owner. Usually, this capital, nangyayari to every beginning of the transaction. Okay, syempre you cannot perform a business once na wala pang capital. Kaya usually it is performed into the beginning of the transaction. So if you will put you need to write, kunyari, Miles Gisalva, I have the company, Gisalva Capital, Gisalva, comma, capital. Okay? So, then ganyan po yung paglagay. Next, we have the drawing. So, when we say drawing, it's an account debited for assets withdrawn by the owner or personal use from the business. So, ito naman, it is ito is yung kabaliktaran ni capital because drawing is the outflow of money from the business while yung capital naman is the inflow of money from the business. So, itong drawing nito is na kung saan nag-withdraw si owner ng, for example, ng cash for the personal use, okay? Personal use and not from the business. So that is drawing. So let's proceed sa I already discussed it. What is income? When we say income naman is the resources resulting from the performance of the service or selling of goods. So ito yung total na nakuha natin na pera from the selling of goods and deducting the liabilities or the cost of goods, and we will have an income or revenue. Next is the expenses. It is the decrease in the resources. Okay. Usually, when we perform if there is an expense, magkakaroon talaga ng decrease in resources. Ibig sabihin, bumababa or kumukonte yung resources natin. But it is usually, or it is okay naman magkaroon ng expenses to have or to perform or to operate a business. Okay? So, we need to buy materials, raw materials para makagawa tayo ng product or makapag-perform ng service. So, that is expense.